Look at your hands. Look at the lines in your palms. Those aren't just folds of skin. They are the topography of your struggle.
They are the maps of every time you gripped on too tight, every time you reached out for help, and every time you balled them up into a fist, ready to defend what was yours. I want to talk about the fall. Not a fall, but the fall. That moment when the rug is pulled, when the floor drops out, when the unexpected betrayal, the diagnosis, the layoff, or the sheer brute force of bad luck hits you clean across the jaw. See, life has no intention of being easy. That's a fantasy. Life is like the ocean, beautiful, vast, and utterly indifferent to the small boat you're trying to sail. It will bring storms. It will smash your rudder. It will try its best to sink you. And when it does, the first feeling is shock, then helplessness.
The illusion of helplessness. We all know that moment, that cold, hollow feeling that says, "This is it. I can't get up this time." That voice isn't the truth. It's a self-preservation mechanism gone wrong. It's your brain trying to conserve energy because it believes the fight is over. It's trying to convince you that submission is safer than resistance. But I'm here to tell you that helplessness is an illusion. It's a shadow cast by the bright light of fear. You survived everything up until this very second. Every piece of bad news, every moment of failure, every embarrassment. You are here. You are the proof that the last blow didn't kill you. A story of steel. I remember reading about the process of forging steel. They don't just melt it once. They heat it until it glows white hot, beat it into shape, and then, critically, they plunge it into ice-cold water. That shock, that sudden violent change is what makes it strong. You are in the cold water right now. The shock is brutal, but you are not breaking. You are hardening.
Now let's talk about the counterpunch, the fight back. When I say fight, don't picture a cinematic brawl. That's easy.
The hard fight is internal, strategic, and often silent. The fight back is the first small decision you make after the fall. It's the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What now?" The principle of the tiny step. Obstacles, when viewed whole, are mountains. They look impassable. That's why people quit. They stand at the base of Everest and give up, thinking they have to take a single Herculean leap to the summit. The real warrior understands the principle of the tiny step. If your job is gone, the fight back isn't finding a new job immediately. It's updating your resume for 1 hour. If your body is failing, the fight back isn't running a marathon. It's drinking a full glass of water. If your heart is broken, the fight back isn't finding a new love. It's folding the laundry. It's about establishing momentum over perfection. A 1-degree turn, maintained steadily, will eventually take you thousands of miles from where you started. That 1-degree turn is your commitment to one tiny positive action today. The power of routine, the discipline. When chaos reigns, you need order. When the world is trying to dissolve your hope, you need something solid to hold on to. That solid thing is discipline. It is your routine. Discipline isn't punishment, it's protection. It's the ritual of showing up for yourself, even when you don't feel like you matter. Waking up at a set time, doing the thing you promised yourself you'd do. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you are rebuilding a foundation of trust that external forces cannot shake. 3. Planting your feet. The stance. Clarity and ownership. So you've decided to fight. Now you need a stance, a strong stance, and that starts with clarity. You must look at the problem, not with fear, but with an analyst's cold, clear eye. Stop running from the truth of the situation. Name it. Write it down. A vague monster is terrifying. A monster you can describe, measure, and understand. That is a problem you can solve. Own the mess. This isn't about self-blame. It's about self-authority. Yes, this happened to me. Now this is what I am going to do about it. The strategic pause. Embrace the quiet. You cannot fight effectively when you are panicked. Every great fighter, every great strategist knows the value of the pause. When you are overwhelmed, you must retreat to quiet. Stop the noise. Stop scrolling. Stop listening to the well-meaning but loud advice of others. Find 5 minutes of true silence every day. In that silence, the frantic fear starts to dissipate, and the true, clear voice of your inner strategy begins to emerge. Your best plan is not shouted, it is whispered.
And finally, you must connect to your why. What is the ultimate purpose of this fight? Is it to protect your children? To honor a promise you made to your younger self? To prove the doubters wrong? To simply know when your time is done that you did not give up your personal power to circumstances? Your why is your shield. When the fatigue hits, when the temptation to collapse is overwhelming, you lean back on that why. It is the unmovable object. It is the reason why one more step is not an option, but a necessity.
The lasting echo, the legacy of the fighter. Life is not measured by the number of successes you accumulate, but by the depth of the opposition you overcame to earn them. Your struggles are not blemishes on your record. They are the gold inlay. They are the texture that makes your story worth telling. They are the proof of your tenacity. When you fight back, you don't just change your current situation. You change your identity. You move from being a victim of circumstance to being the architect of your destiny. And that identity, that internal knowledge, is the greatest treasure you will ever possess. So, here we stand, at the edge of your new beginning. You have been knocked down. Now you know the drill. Inhale the fear. Exhale the resolve. Plant your feet on the ground. Steady your gaze and begin the work. Not the giant leap, not the superhuman effort, but the one small, deliberate, powerful step forward.
And show them what happens when you decide to refuse to lose. For more motivational like the video, subscribe to the channels.